Good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Now, boy, do we have a bumper of a show for you today. Bumper of a show. Oh, my days. We've got some comments from ex-Liverpool player has no business about talking about Arsenal, much less Declan Rice. We've got some news about Raul Sanyehi. Yeah, oh, my goodness. Some news about Declan Rice himself, the main man himself, and some other bits and pieces that I can't remember. They'll come all back to me on the other side of this music intro. Yes, indeedy. Welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Monday. We are here. We are direct from somewhere across the universe, streaming simultaneously, which means the same time, on Cannon Fodder TV as well as Guna Matters. Quick disclaimer, my opinions are my opinions myself, not necessarily shared by Guna Matters, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe he might just agree with me. You just never know. You never know. Anyhow, guys, you can come quick into the live chat, which is over here. Click the like button if you want to. You don't have to, but make sure that you do subscribe to Guna Matters' channel. Now, let's get into the bare bones of this one. I tell you what, this one is an absolute thriller from Vanilla. The guy, far right, short, glasses, Raul Sanyehi. Yes, oh my goodness. Apparently has been linked with a move to join Everton. Yes, with Everton. And with the Merseysiders, club currently restructuring following their second successive relegation battle in the Premier League. Former Arsenal head of football, Raul Sanyehi, has been reported earmarked to take up a similar role with Everton. Yes, 3 years on from his departure from Arsenal. Sanyehi spent 3 years at Arsenal, taking the role as part of the transition from Arsene Wenger management of the club. He has since returned to La Liga, where he was once director of football for Barcelona, becoming director of general for Real Zaragoza. He's now being targeted, apparently, by Everton, with the Toffees having experienced close brushes with relegation, in both the past 2 seasons, despite vast money being spent on the squad. I tell you what, talk about comebacks of the comebacks. Raul Sanyehi, the gentleman who questioned the position of the gentleman in the middle. Yes, Mikel Arteta could be making a comeback. Guys, let me know your thoughts about this one. Raul Sanyehi, who left Arsenal with a brown paper bag. Did he do it? Raul Sanyehi could be making a comeback to the Premier League. Oh my goodness! Look at him there, like rather conspicuous. What? Brown paper bag? Brown paper bag? What are you talking about? I don't know, man. Got no idea. Anyhow, we go onwards. I tell you, it's going to be a bumper of a show, man. Bumper of a show. Now, this gentleman over here is I understand he's dominating the news. Now, I've read somewhere that Arsenal put in a third bid for Declan Rice, and that one has since been rejected. Yeah, man, you heard it right here first. But on the other side, Arsenal line up Declan Rice transfer alternative after West Ham rejects 3 bids from Arsenal. Arsenal move for Declan Rice is stalling, with West Ham having rejected 3 bids for from the Gunners for their captain and boss Mikel Arteta is apparently preparing a move for another midfielder. Now, Arsenal line up Yusuf Fofana as an alternative. This is not Yusuf. This is not Yusuf. This is Yusuf right here. Here he is. This is Yusuf right here. So Arsenal line up Yusuf Fofana as an alternative to Declan Rice after West Ham rejected 3 bids for the England international. Rice is the Gunners' top target. No, he isn't. He isn't. No, don't get it twisted. And actually, this is coming from the Daily Mirror. After captaining the Hammers to winning the Europa Conference League final, but West Ham are demanding a fee in the region of £100 million, with Arsenal struggling to negotiate them down from that valuation. Take a deep breath, Alex. Take a deep breath. There's more to it. There's more to it. Fofana, yeah, Yusuf Fofana. I imagine I'll be doing a video sometime this week about another player being linked to Arsenal. Yusuf Fofana, the Frenchman. Come on live chat, let me know your thoughts about if we don't get if we don't get Declan Rice, we might just get Yusuf Fofana. If we don't get Yusuf Fofana, we might get another midfielder. Anyway, we go onwards. We go onwards. So again, in the same vein of Declan Rice, ex-Liverpool, I say legend. Yeah, he's a legend. John Barnes gives advice. He's giving advice to Declan Rice now over Arsenal or Man City transfer. John Barnes has explained why he believes Declan Rice should prioritise a move to Arsenal over Man City. Now, West Ham captain Rice, he's still the captain of West Ham, has emerged as a key target for both Arsenal and Man City this summer as Mikel Arteta and Pep Guardiola look to bolster their squad midfield squad options. If he heads to the Etihad Stadium, Rice will be joining a Man City side who has won a stunning treble last season and worked with one of the greatest managers in history in Guardiola. Now, Arsenal have made two bids for which will probably get up to £100 million. This one kind of superseded the other bit of news I told you about. And literally, John Barnes says that it makes more sense. Former England star Barnes told another platform, not because they're better than Man City, but because Arsenal are more interested. And I think he wants to go to Arsenal. That will be the best thing for him. I completely disagree, John Barnes, and I'll tell you a reason why. But let me just finish off this segment here. He went on to say that Rice will fit into Arsenal's way of playing in that holding midfielder role. £100 million for Rice means he goes straight into the Arsenal team as a holding midfielder, protecting the back four and bringing a solidity, which is what the Arsenal team needs. I don't think Man City are as interested in Declan Rice because they've got Rodri, and I don't think Pep wants two holding midfielders. While West Ham are ready to sell Rice, they are holding out for an offer worth £100 million. Whereas we know Rice has made 245 appearances for the Hammers and 43. I can't believe 43 appearances for England. Is he worthy of that? Well, anyway, that's none of my business. But what do I think about? I mean, when you strip it back, what he's trying to say there about if doesn't make any sense that Pep Guardiola won't want to have two holding midfielders. Pep is going to do whatever Pep wants to do. Doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to have two holding midfielders, that he's going to play two holding midfielders. It doesn't mean that. It just means that he will have two holding midfielders. And if one's not firing on all cylinders, he'll have the other one. John Barnes, come on, sure that makes sense. Makes sense. And the other thing, it says making sense for him to go to Arsenal and not Man City. Why? Why should he see Arsenal as a more attractive offer than going to Man City? Man City will guarantee you trophies. Arsenal, there's a big question mark. So to me, it doesn't make any sense, John Barnes. Just because he might have two holding midfielders, that this is Pep Guardiola, doesn't mean he's going to play two holding midfielders. Pep is going to do whatever he wants to do. I mean, look at John Stones. Where's he playing as a midfielder? John Stones is playing as a midfielder. We can't do that. Doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we go on. There is more news. You're probably exhausted. I tell you what, we're going to go all guns blazing on this one, man. Now, this gentleman here, from Balogun, I can't believe that this news segment is true. I can't believe it. Apparently, Arsenal have told foreign Balogun representatives to work on finding a new club after again rejecting the chance to discuss a new deal. Oh my goodness. Now, in his own words, Balogun's words, he said, what I can say is that I definitely won't go out on loan. I'm not sure about the discussions that are going to take place. I'm not sure what's going to happen. But rather than Balogun being given a route into Arsenal's first team, it would appear, a permanent departure from the Emirates Stadium appears to be the most likely scenario. I can't believe this. Really? Now, sources have told another platform, I'm not going to mention their name, that Balogun has again rejected the opportunity to renew his contract at Arsenal, while reiterating that he has no intention to be farmed out on loan again. Something the club has been considering, given that they have Jesus and Eddie Nketiah ahead of him in the pecking order, as well as Kai Havertz when he gets that done, also on his way from Chelsea. Now, Arsenal have told Balogun's representatives to begin work on finding a new club, with alternative resolution not looking likely at this stage. Crystal Palace, West Ham, Brentford, Fulham, and Everton are among the clubs to have made contact. I tell you what, man, I really can't believe that this news segment is true. The Arsenal now are telling Balogun and his representatives, start looking for an alternative club. Look for an alternative club. Is that true? Is that true? Now you might say, well, it probably is true, but why would you want to sell Balogun when we've got Eddie Nketiah? What I would say, there's a reason why Mikel Arteta gave him that shirt number that so many people got upset about, and why Mikel Arteta and them lot on the board, including Edu, sanctioned £100,000 a week, because they trust in him. That's what it is. Why would you want to give a player like that? I'll say like that. Why would you want to give Eddie Nketiah that shirt number and £100,000 a week? Let me know your thoughts. Balogun could be on his way out. And I understand what he's trying to say. Don't look at me to loan me out again. I'm not interested in being loaned out again. You know, my ideal destination should be back at Arsenal in the first team. Don't look or even think about loaning me out. But again, this is just speculation. Again, it could be that they are looking at what they have, taking stock of all the squad players, and they're probably thinking, well, the best scenario could be for Balogun is to be sold. Let me know your thoughts about that. Balogun could be sold. I've got headache. I've got headache, man. Oh dear. And you know what? That marathon of news segments is over. I did it inside 13 minutes. Wow. John Barnes giving Declan Rice some advice about which club he should go to. Yeah, Yusuf Fofana could be an alternative if we don't get the Rice baby. He just heard that Balogun, apparently, his representative has been told, go and find another club. Go and find another club. And so in reverse order, Raul Sanllehi could be heading back to the Premier League, but not at Arsenal, at Everton. Rice baby. Anyway, do you know what we're going to do? We need to go into the poll question. Now, the poll question I did, was it this morning? I think it was this morning. Was about which player now is going to sign for Arsenal. I haven't put Kai Havertz in there because I know you guys must be sick and tired of Kai Havertz. Much like you must be sick and tired of the mention of the Rice baby's name. So, yeah. So, who signs first? You're in Timber, or Declan Rice? We've had 348 votes. No comments, which is quite interesting. And only 5 likes. Come on, guys. Let's get the likes up. Go and vote until your heart's content. Look on the platform. Check out the community tab. And you see all the votes there. All right? So, who signs first? Timber or Rice? Rice, Timber, Rice. Timber, Rice? Anyhow, on 28% of the votes, you have voted for Declan Rice. Yes, that's right, I said it. 72% of the votes say it's going to be Yorin Timber who's going to sign for Arsenal. I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you. Could I care less? I'm not sure. My goodness. I'm just still thinking about the Balogun news segment there, man. His representatives has been told to find their client, Florian Balogun, another club. Balogun has said, I'm looking to be loaned out again. And I understand why he's saying that. He wants to come back and prove himself. That's what it's all about. But it seems like those gates at the Emirates are going to be shut steadfast, hard, no return for on Balogun. I can't believe it. Really, I can't believe it. So without further ado, let's go into the live chat. I get the impression that it's lit. Like these youngsters say, it's lit, man, it's lit. What does that mean? Lit, lit. Well, for me, it means it's busy. It's getting busy. Okay, let's have a look here. Let's go right to the top, to the very, very top. And we do have in our house the moderator for the mostest, Ashley D. I hope you're keeping well. And Gouda says, I hope you're all right. Up the Arsenal. I'm all right, fella. I hope you're keeping well. Emerson is in the house. Says, good evening, Alex, from but you show off. You make me sick. I want to listen. Enjoy yourself, man. Why are you in the live chat? You're sunning it on the beach. I said on the beach, not the other one. On the beach in the Bahamas, and you're in the live chat. Man, get off the live chat, man. Get off the live chat and go and enjoy yourself. God, dearie me. Anyhow. Gently, in a passionate manner, caress the like button. Slackers. Oh my goodness, Colin. What's happened? Gently caress the like button. I like that one. I like that one. Gently just caress the like button. No, that wasn't right, was it? Just touch it. All right. Mario, good afternoon to you, fella. Good evening to you. I hope you're all right. Say hello to your family from me, please. Havertz will complete his move on Wednesday or Thursday as the second part of the medical has been completed, as just usual things afterwards, and then the announcement. Yeah, all the rigmarole that happens, isn't it? Or the photo shoot, then they do the interview, and all the little bits and pieces of him juggling the ball and all that kind of stuff there, and all that rubbish. I haven't got any time for, man. That's true. I haven't got time for that, man. Lynn! How are you, Lynn? I hope you're well. You say hi, Alex. Mario says CAICEDO would be good if we can get him. What do you think, Alex? Well, I've said that. You know, between the two players, you know, Declan Rice and Moses CAICEDO, I would go for Moses CAICEDO. And I get the impression that we could probably get him for a lot less money than the money that I've been hearing, £80 million. To me, I get the impression there's more give in negotiating with Brighton than West Ham. West Ham know where they want their player to go, and it ain't at Arsenal. It's not to Arsenal. Partey is saying that he would stay at Arsenal. But, you know, it's good, but players don't really have a say in the matter. If the hierarchy wants a player to be sold, you know what happens? The player gets sold. But what we should realize is that a player is just not some kind of autonomous being. They're a human being with family and friends. So Thomas Partey saying he wants to stay, it makes sense. It makes sense. Where's the third bid for Rice rejection news coming from? I have this from our Daily Mirror in the UK. Even Alex, like the beard. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. Beard. Well, do you know why you can see it? Because it's all grey, man. When I started working in this school I'm working now, I had a full head of hair, and all this was black. Now I've lost all my hair, and my hair has gone grey. Playing hold in the midfield. Oh, dear me, man. I just see, you know, Mikel Arteta trying to play Thomas Partey as a fullback. They could never, man. They could never. So if you are a player, Alex, would you be happy to be sitting on the bench most of the time at Man City, or would you rather play? Well, of course, I would rather play. But better still, do you know who we should ask that question to? Jack Grealish. Last season, he was, the majority of the time, he was a bench warmer. A bench warmer. Until that point when Pep said, right, okay, now is your moment, show me. And he's had a good run of games. So Why not be a bench warmer at Man City and wait for the opportunity to show the manager the kind of player that you are? I will go to Man City. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Royston! Royston! Hey, Alexa, another season, another window. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah. But brother, I hope you're well, man. I hope it's been a while. It's been a while. I hope you're keeping well. Maybe there is more to it. Maybe his personality doesn't fit. It could be. It could be any part of that. It could be anything, can it? We're not going to be none the wiser. None the wiser. Also on Balogun, the club have quoted him at £35 million, and then the bidding war will start. Oh God, Henderson! And like I said, the players are back in pre-season training on Saturday or Sunday to prepare for the first match. We never learn the lesson. Sorry, they never learn, do they? Never learn. You know, again, when you're talking about a particular player who you say would be a priority come the summer transfer window, you've got all that time to prepare what you need to prepare. You have all that time to keep in communication with his representatives, much less their manager and the club. All that time, 6-7 months. So what have we been doing for 6 to 7 months from the time when the January transfer window closed? And all the stuff about, well, you know, Declan Rice has been highlighted as a priority signing in the summer transfer window. But for me, I was saying, why wait until the summer? Get him signed now. And where are we now? We're on the summer transfer window, and there's like a bidding war gathering momentum. We let it get to that stage. We let it get to that stage. Oops. Sorry. Balogun's a baller. Please sell him and use Nketiah against Bayern Munich. You're so funny. You're so funny. So I'm not surprised. Balogun would give you more selling power over Eddie because we need sufficient for any player. So he is the best option. Yeah, but when was the last time? Why are we looking at the sell-on price of a player? Forget about the sell-on price. Forget about that. We just need players, period. I don't know. I don't know. It's just so funny there. The Havertz is the most underwhelming transfer news I could have ever imagined, in my opinion. Me too. Me too. I've been saying that anyway. Anyway, let's move on. Timber! Science first. Says Daniel. Daniel, good afternoon to you, my friends. Arsenal have a caviar taste with a Burger King budget. Colin, that's a cracker, man. Oh, God, dear. That is just so funny. That is so funny. All the bookies still have an Arsenal favourites for rights. Who's that? That is Red Smoke. Red Smoke. That's a wonderful name, handle name there. Do you know when we know that it's been done? You know what's coming in it. When you see the player has signed the contract. When you see the player has been flanked by, I don't know, Edu and Mikel Arteta, or Ben Casham or Richard Garlick, or your auntie, your uncle, then you know that he has signed for Arsenal. Until then, I'm going to remain consistent and say that he's not going to sign for Arsenal. He's going to Man City. Now, I know a few people have put some silly comments or funny comments. Oh, you know what you've been saying there. It's going to be so funny when he signs for Arsenal. Then make it happen, Arsenal. Make it happen. But again, I'm going to remain consistent and say that Declan Rice will not be coming to Arsenal. He won't. It doesn't matter what John Barnes thinks. It makes sense because, why would, Pep Guardiola have two holding midfielders? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He could have 10 strikers if he wants to. I mean, how many midfielders do we have? How many strikers do we have? How many defenders do we have? So John Barnes, that's got nothing to do with it, man. It's got nothing to do with it. And as well, this factor about he wants to stay in London. He wants to stay in London. Got nothing to do with it, man. He's a footballer. He wants to win major trophies. Going to Man City, he will win major trophies. Who's this? Jenkinson coming to the midfield at Emirates soon. That's classy. That is, man. So to give you guys a quick heads up, I will review the news segments of today, but also give you guys a quick heads up that we are streaming simultaneously on Guna Matz's channel or platform, as well as Canon 4 TV. Go over and subscribe to his channel. You don't have to subscribe to Canon 4 TV. For me, I'm just loving the likes. Just click the like buttons. But I would like you also to have some interaction with you guys. With you. Come into live chat. Let me know your thoughts about the Fofana. It could be Yusuf Fofana. Yusuf Fofana. I will do the video, not today, maybe tomorrow. And yeah, Raul Senyehi could be coming back to a cinema. Sorry, not a cinema. To the Premier League. Yeah, there's some news coming out. He's probably heading to Everton. I'm saying nothing, man. I'm saying nothing. And then we've just been talking about, Balogun. It is alleged that his representatives have been told, from Arsenal told his representatives, your client, right? That Balogun, right? He needs to look and find a different club. Say what? Yeah, your client Balogun needs to find a new club, because he's come out in the media and he said, I'm not going to be put out on loan again. Don't you dare loan me out again. So for that reason, your client, we don't want him back at Arsenal. All right? Do you hear me? I can't believe that. I really cannot believe that. And for me, about the assets that we have, we shouldn't be thinking about sell-on price. We shouldn't be thinking about it. What we should be thinking about is the art of the deal when we bought the player, not when we sold the player, when we have brought the player. And so we buy, let's say, we do eventually get Declan Rice, and the top figure is 110 million pounds. Come time to sell him, how much are we going to recoup? So let's stop thinking about recouping, a good quality price for the player. When the player goes, that is it. The art of the deal is buying the player, not selling the player. I'm all for Flo to stay and show his mojo, but it is Big Stan, the main man. Yes, it is. It is. Pulling all those puppet strings there, isn't he? Colin, you're so funny, man. Was it Carl Jenkins? That's a good one, man. Arsenal is like a friend who wants to go all places, but always forgets his. That's a good one. You imagine, have I got one of those friends? Or am I one of those people? No, I'm not one of those people. I could never be like that. Demanding you take me to all those places, all those restaurants, sightseeing, and you pay for it? No, I could never be like that, man. Never. Honestly, I believe CAICEDO is a better option than Rice, and Timber is a target. Like very, very much. So do I. So do I. But the thing is, Colin, if you see my videos in regards to you and Timber, and again, James Rowe has said that he is a good player. He is a good player, but he's not worth that amount of money. He's no way worth that amount of money. But these clubs, again, if you don't know the art of the deal, other clubs will just have us going round and round in circles and fleecing us for as much money as possible. Yes, M1s. Hi, Alex and Ralph. Ralph's not here, unfortunately. Thanks for the Canon fodder. Sad if Party wants to be. Sad if Party wants to be a Gooner. Why is that sad? Is he becoming the forgotten fleet behind the good ship Rice? Who do the players want at Arsenal the most? That's a good question. That's a really good question. The good ship. Oh my goodness. Grateful Alex, I'm sure the PR team will be singing the narratives and release some new gear shortly. So we'll all forget the failures. Not me, man. No. You know what? Like I tell the tune who I work with, I'm like an elephant. I almost never forget, man. And they say, sir, you're like an elephant. I don't mean I look like an elephant. I'm like an elephant because apparently elephants have good memories. So I'm not forgetting anything anytime soon. No. Timber first says Kennedy. Kennedy, where have you been, man? Where have you been? Where have you been? So you know what I'm going to do? Do you know what? Because I can see some of my older viewers, subscribers coming back in the house. I was going to review the news of today. So the first stop we spoke about was, gentlemen, far right, Raul Sanllehi. Yeah. Ex-Arsenal chief who questioned Mikel Arteta's role lined up for Premier League rivals. Raul Sanllehi has been linked with a move, apparently, to join Everton. Yes, with the Merseyside club currently restructuring following their second successive relegation battle in the Premier League. Former Arsenal head of football, Raul Sanllehi, has been, I've got to stop saying that, reportedly earmarked to take up a similar role with Everton. 3 years on from the departure from Arsenal. Sanllehi spent 3 years at Arsenal, taking the role as part of the transition from Arsene Wenger, management of the club. He has since returned to La Liga, where he was once director of football at Barcelona, becoming director general at Real Zaragoza. He's now being targeted by Everton, with the Toffees having experienced close brushes with relegation on the past 2 seasons, despite vast sums of money being paid out. And then we spoke about this one here. Yeah, I just think this one's going to run and run and run and run and run. Arsenal appear to be lined up an alternative if they cannot get Declan Rice transfer done after West Ham rejected 3 bids. Arsenal's move for Declan Rice is stalling, with West Ham having rejected 3 bids from the Gunners for their captain and boss Mikel Arteta repaying the move on from the midfielder. Also line up Yusuf Fofana as an alternative to Declan Rice after West Ham rejected 3 bids for the English international. Rice is the Gunners' top target for the summer transfer window after captaining the Hammers to winning the first trophy in over 40 odd years. Now this one is quite interesting. John Barnes, giving Declan Rice baby some advice. John Barnes gives some advice. He says, where is it? Yeah, here it goes. So yeah, West Ham captain has emerged as a key target for both Arsenal and Man City. But if he heads to the Etihad, Rice will be joining a Manchester City side who have won the treble and work with one of the greatest managers in history in Guardiola. Now, Arsenal have made 2 bids for which is probably get up to £100 million. So Arsenal makes more sense, the former England star said. Not because not better than Man City, but because Arsenal are more interested, and I think he wants to go to Arsenal. That will be the best thing for him. Rice will fit into Arsenal's way of playing in that holding midfield role. £100 million for Rice means he goes straight into that Arsenal team as a holding midfielder. Now, protecting that back 4 and bringing solidity, which is what Arsenal team needs. I don't think Man City are as interested in Declan Rice because they've got Rodri. And I don't think Pep wants 2 holding midfielders. Got nothing to do with it, John, man. John Barnes, they ain't got nothing to do with it. While West Ham are ready to sell Rice, they're holding out for an offer or offers in excess of £100 million. Rice, as we know, has made 245 appearances for the Hammers and 43, surprisingly enough, for England. Yeah. And this one, last news, I kind of got my blood boiling just a little bit. Balogun, what's going on? Arsenal have told foreign Balogun's representatives to work on finding a new club after, again, he rejected the chance to discuss a new deal. Balogun said in his own words, what I can say is that I definitely won't go out on loan again. I'm not sure about a discussion that are going to take place. I'm not sure what's going to happen. But rather than Balogun being given a route into Arsenal's first team, A permanent departure from the Emirates appears to be most likely scenario. I tell you what, I find this one really, really interesting. Balogun could be leaving. Could be leaving. I tell you what. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. We're going to run for a few more minutes before I do cut this one short because I need to be on my way to go and collect my wife. Let's go back in the live chat for the last time. Okay, so Royston, my friend, says, when it's Man United or Man City or Chelsea or Madrid or Barcelona, all deals get done in a week. It's only Arsenal that turns it into a saga or scenario or some kind of soap opera. Only at Arsenal. Why do they do that to us? Don't do that to me. But you're right. You're right. I think we have a newbie here. A Rice saga is frustrating. Yes, it is, my friend. Raul must have blown the £82 million on his that brown paper bag. What's the brown paper bag? I ain't got it. Don't look at me, man. Don't look at me. All right. So let's have a look for the last time on the poll. The poll question is, who's going to sign for Arsenal first? Is it going to be Declan Rice? Or is it going to be Yurin Timber? Choose only one, says Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. I'm just being silly. I'm just being silly. So yes, who signs first? Yurin Timber or Declan Rice? And I tell you what, although the numbers have changed with the votes, there's still no comments and still for only 5 likes. The numbers remain the same. 28% of the votes believe it's going to be Declan Rice who will sign his contract first. 72% of the votes say it's going to be Yurin Timber. Yikes. Yikes. All right. I get the impression that we have come to an end on this one. We've come to an end. Yes, we have. Yes, we have. But before I end this one, I want to say big thank you to you. Yeah, you there munching on your McDonald's. Thank you for listening and spending time with me over here. Listening to me, having a laugh and jokes. Yeah, unbelievable new segment over here on Canon 4 TV. So you don't have to subscribe. I said that already. You don't have to subscribe. We would like you just to click the like button and follow us whenever, and however you can. We are streaming simultaneously on Guna Matters. I have not left the link to his channel in the description box. But what you can do a little bit of homework. Go into YouTube, check out Guna Matters with a Z, not an S, and just subscribe to his channel. That's all you have to do. Yeah, so we have finished it. However, I will be back tomorrow giving some more live news segments. I might be exhausted because I'm going out on a trip with the children from my school. I'm going out on a trip. Oh my goodness, for my sins. For my sins, these things that I do. And that is that. I will be back tomorrow giving some more live news segments. I might not be talking about Raul Senyehi coming to Arsenal. I might be talking about Foreign Balogun, who his representatives have been told by Arsenal, go and find yourself a new club. I can't believe that. Really can't believe that. And 3 bids, apparently. Yes, West Ham have turned down 3 bids for Rice Baby. What's this world coming to? Anyhow, people, enjoy the remnants of your day. I don't know, your night or your afternoon or your evening, whatever you're doing. But just remember that this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.